Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin, and it's time, well, time to explore the caves, or rather, a hole, and that's the problem here. Beware, if you go in here, you're going to drop down and you're not going to be able to get back without a bit of a fight on your hands. So, let's head in, shall we? We've fallen into some holding cells.
What now?
With a dwarf. See what he has to say.
Get that girl and her head sucker out of here.
I guess he's talking about you?
You ought to address him. He seems to know something about you.
Let's just see about that. Hey, loudmouth. What gives?
She's subtle.
I'm trying to relax here, aren't I? Whatever's going on with you and your passenger, I don't really need it in my vicinity.
You can see it.
See? Nay. Sense? Good gods, yes.
You're a mystic too.
Mystic? Ha! Used to be a sort of demonologist, though. Was learning the arts, at least. Never did have much of a knack for it, to be honest. Studied under a real maestro, though. Learned this and that, too.
Can you help with whatever's in Lucy's head?
Doubt it. Exorcism's a tier 3 skill. I was only halfway through tier 1 when I got thrown in here.
Come on, make yourself useful. There's got to be something you can do.
Well, I might be able to tell you exactly what's inside you. Might be any number of things. A ghost, a floater, a lucid dreamer who took a wrong turn somewheres. Let me try something.
He places a thumb on each of Losa's temples and one foot gently on hers.
Now, let's see. Wow! Holy, holy, holy. You ought to thank your lucky stars. That thing hasn't turned you into a meat puppet by now.
Crick on a cracker.
You need help. Serious help.
Don't I know it?
Do me a favour. Get out of here and hie to the north of Driftwood. My old master was hot on the heels of something there, and if anyone can help you, he can.
Driftwood, Old Master, Hot Hills. Got it.
What's your master's name?
I don't dare say it now. Not while our guest is listening. Don't you worry. With something like that inside you, Loser, he'll either come to you, or you'll be drawn to him soon enough.
Okay, so we're progressing the quest around Losa, or Losa, however you pronounce that. And we're in this holding cells with, well, I guess only one door out. Yep, bit of a screeching noise, but other than that. So here is a couple of things. One is a door that we just cannot get through. It's locked. More doors that are locked, and I don't think they're lock-pickable. No, I don't even have any lockpicks, even if they did. So, I guess we can have a look at some chests. Nothing in there. There's an NPC in here that we probably want to talk to at some point. And if we look this way, over here is the Fire Slug Cave. Now, you may have seen it in one of my previous episodes briefly. I didn't want to actually do that fight until we got this part done. So, that's something for the taking if we can get through that door. And that's also locked, which we can't get through. As is that one. So, this is what I mean. You're going to have a, well, you got a decent fight on your hands, let's put it that way. What I don't know is if you guys want me to show you all the fights. Obviously, I can, and I'm happy to, and I probably will in this episode, but let me know in the comments if you want to see less dialogue or less fighting. And if there's one or more of each, I can't please everyone, I'm sorry. But let's get started. So we're probably going to need to separate a little bit for this. What we want to do, there's some NPCs over here and a couple of archers, one on the left, one on the right, and we want to set up a fire ground on here. So we definitely want to send this character in. We got an autosave. And then maybe separate the others. Separate, there we go. Lucy can go that side. Sabine, you're still going to have to stay, you know, relatively close because we're going to have some line of sight over here. But otherwise,
Sorcerer! What do you think you're doing, prowling around inside the fort?
Sorry about that. I'll just go the other way and back to camp.
Don't think so. You broke the rules by coming down here, buck. Divine's rules.
There is no more divine. The Order's rules are those of petty men.
You know, I almost feel bad for you. Lucian is coming back, and you'll have to answer for that. Why don't I spare you that right here and now?
And it's a fight, and it's on. So we've got a few things. One of the most important things with summoners, as you've seen in my previous fights, is to establish a fire ground of some kind, because the summoners need it. So the easiest way to do that with the wizard, who's got the only initiative, is to drop down a slow region and then just drop in some fire. Okay. Don't terribly want to do too much else other than to buff. Encouraged. And encouraged, obviously, increases their attributes, which is important. We can end the turn. I guess there's nothing else for me to do. Oh, there's a soul hound. Source hound, even. I don't like that. Fine. So let's give you a warm up. Yeah, burning is blocked, but that's not really the point of that too much. We're basically just going to buff up because this is our tank. And that's the left archer, who's got an extremely long range and line of sight. Too much line of sight. So I may well pull back a little bit. However, all of these are coming into range, which is just what we want for the summoners, who are going to drop totems and then incarnates. Now, one of the things I don't have at the moment is the skill for the incarnates that make them even more powerful. So I'm going to have to get that from a vendor once I find the vendor. And we get a choice here. We can set things on fire. Can we get both? I think we can get both. There we go. Okay, so more fire down, and then we can choose who we want to hit. Let's just go with, well, neither one, because I don't have enough AP. Totems, of course, will do what they will. No need to worry about that too much. We're going to deploy another totem and another incarnate. Ideally, I want another turn with my wizard to do teleport of that hound all the way back over here into the fire. Now they're burning. Cool. And I can attack. Let's just beat up the main hound master. We don't really want too many more summons from the guy, so whatever we can do there to stop that from happening is good. Okay, now my wizard's dropped knocked down, but at least I didn't knock out the fire, unfortunately. That would have been nice. Yeah, in fact, we can press O to go into overhead mode, and that will help you see sometimes for lines of sight, but in the meantime, more attacking. Yeah, I don't like the fact that Los is taking all that damage, but I need the wizard and his teleport to be able to do anything about it. So again, we're going to drop that down, and shields up, I think, for Losa. And yeah, you're probably going to take aim at someone. Hopefully not anyone important. No, it's just an incarnate. And the same. Ricochet. Bit of annoying, because we've got rid of too many of our summons, but okay. We'll just drop another one back down again. Well, totem anyway. Sabila hasn't had any damage taken, so what I can actually do is go to my inventory and then just move Sabila's bag to Losa. Okay, so healing potion goes across, so Losa at least can heal the next time she goes through. I've got full shields anyway, so let's just take off some damage off the dog. which is now burning.
Cornered.
Attack of opportunity. Oh, I just can't get a break with my wizard. So annoying, but okay. Well, we'll do what we can. I don't want to use the scroll unless I have to, I guess. So let's just hit you. And both of them got hit because it's like a ricochet-like effect. And I have enough to hit you again. And again. And again. And we get nearly 1,000 XP for that. Which is great. Now what? Well, now we go after this guy. And I'm not going to have enough. So I guess I'm just going to go towards the archer. We're out of fire surface. That's annoying. But I will heal. And what else can we actually do? Ooh, the dog disappeared, did it, when the Houndmaster went? I think it did. Good. So, let's put a totem down here. And rebuff. For the big range on that buff, so all is good. Now, I guess we can teleport. Although it's a bit over the top now that he's gone, but we can drop right back over there. And down he goes. All of his magical armor's gone, so we can now do some other things like poison. And he's on fire again. This archer is annoying. But we do have a tank character, so he can absorb that without much damage going on. We can drop a totem. I'm not sure if it'll have a blood effect. Yeah, it does have a blood effect. Oh, that's great. And I don't think I have visibility for anything else, so enter. Okay, so blood totem obviously causes bleeding. And the other one causes a bit of fire. Okay, so what do we now do? Well, we can knock them down, but well, in fact, that'll put that fire out, but they're both low on health anyway, so let's go for it. Does that get past any of their armor? No, it didn't really. Okay. So, I guess we'll just stay here. And we'll just add to this, probably with another bleeding totem. Yeah, I'm out of visibility for anything else, so end turn. As you'll see, our health is all pretty much still full, so as long as we take advantage of all of this stuff, and let's just drop to make things a little bit worse for them. Yeah, that's one of them down, and the other one's about to die if he moves at all. Or indeed if I just use these. Alright, so we've only got one guy left.
Please.
And the fire's
Please.
all done.
Healing. I need healing.
We may be able to help you, but we want some information first.
Of course. Of course.
Do you know a way out of here?
There's a boat that can take you into the dunes beyond. 2 associates of mine run it. I can show you where. But they'll kill you on sight if you don't know the proper password. Heal me, and I'll gladly tell you.
Okay, hold on. I'll find a way to help you.
Divine bless you.
Yeah, so he's not too terribly happy with his lot in life. So we can just link our characters back together. We can now loot, I guess. So that's the next thing. We want the loot from the main Houndmaster. And what have we got? We got a Dwarven Hammer. One-handed mace. I guess that's going to our tank. Unless I see anything else. Firestorm Grenade. Always handy because I've got longer range on that. Backlash. Again, more of a roguey thing. Yeah. I can make poison bottles, I guess, now. We get a prison key. Whereabouts is that? It's quite hard to see where the key is. There it is. Wow, that's hidden in a half.
Zealots.
We can go up here and head and grab some loot. And is that all of the loot? I think just one more. Oh, we get a ring. So that's our first ring that's available. And I think that's going on my main character. Alright, let's just change to Red Prince. And he has... okay, that's better. Aside from the weird tooltip flickering. Sorry about that. Nothing I can do about it. And nothing really much around other than a bloodied note. So let's read the note, shall we? Our military capabilities are improving. Silent monks prove effective foot soldiers, obedient to the end. The silent monks are the, well, the whole plot line here is that people keep getting taken, and those monks with the huge claws on their end of the hands, so they're silent monks. They're sometimes prone to bouts of listlessness and melancholia, curable by a single shot of sauce. Keep them hungry, keep them stable. Okay, now do I have any characters with any healing whatsoever? I probably don't, which is why I didn't get a dialogue option to help the guy. And he's just going to keep suffering and going, ooh, ooh. So I guess we'd better either find something or head out. So let's just head back. So now we have that key, we can go into each of these rooms. And of course, there's little bits of loot and Verdus. Let's see what he has to say.
The elf's skin is pale as a corpse's, but his face contorts with inscrutable emotion. Joy, horror, and rapture flash over him like the changing surface of a pond. His eyes lock onto yours.
It's you!
Have I seen you before?
He spasms suddenly.
They're eating holes in my mind. They're making tunnels. This is how she makes them. This is how she does it. But you...
A single tear rolls down his cheek.
I'm not the last. The bishop doesn't count. No, he doesn't count. I'm done for, but you... There's still hope.
The last what?
You'll know. They'll find you. They'll seek you out. That's their job. Get it? Yes, of course you do. You need to go. Dallas, after she took me, she did something. My head. I feel like someone's rummaged their fingers through my skull. Get out while you can.
We're gonna get you out of here.
Oh, love, I'm wrecked. Can't go. Couldn't move my feet. As likely to stab you in the neck as shake your hand.
He giggles coquettishly, then bellows like a bear.
Leave!
Well, yeah, that's gone a little bit wrong for him, so we're not going to help him, unfortunately. There's not really much we can do for him. We can, however, head over here into this end room. And under here you'll find a hidden book. It's underneath this bucket. Hard to see, I know, but if we move that, or turn it upside down, there we go. So a wand and staves book. I think I may already have actually got all the information about that one. It's basically about making a wand. So if you haven't got it already, just pop in here for that, and we can grab some lockpicks.
Who are you?
Yeah, well, we can if the next prisoner didn't see us.
Guards, help!
Okay, let's use intelligence because that's what this character has, the wizard. Why don't you stay quiet? If the magisters come, we'll both get murdered horribly.
All right. I just... They do terrible things here. If they think for a second I'm trying to escape again, they'll do to me what they did to him.
What have you seen?
Not seen. Heard. There's a man over there. They tortured him, questioned him. Seekers. Something about God woken. He didn't know anything, but they didn't care. I heard his screams. I heard something eating him from the inside. No. It can't happen to me. It can't.
How did you escape?
can't escape. Don't you know what's outside the fort? I tried to leave. I heard of a shelter in the hollow marshes, a place where sorcerers could go. The undead had their hands on me in 5 minutes. Shredding, tearing. I came limping back, and now...
You can't stay here, it isn't safe.
Outside the bones are gnashing. In here the magisters are cutting, slicing, grinding, smashing. What to do? What to do?
Well, I'm not staying here.
Poor thing. Poor fool. I hope it's an easy death then. Decapitation. Yes, I do wish that for you. No, take care. Take care.
Okay, this is Bright Spark. So, this room that we're in right now, if you take off your collar from that vendor we spoke to earlier, and I think only your main character can get this collar taken off at this stage of the game, the rest sort of later in the game, you'll get dropped into here as a prison. So just bear that one in mind. If you do get seen, you'll get put in here, unless you choose to resist, which we might well do. So now we can go one of a few different ways. We can't go this way, unfortunately. We'd like to, but if we try on this door, what you'll find is, I think, that it is locked. Nothing we can do about it. So there is a few ways. One is to go up here, and this door can now be opened. However, that is the inside of the fort, and that just means basically fighting your way through the entire fort. Before we go through to the inside, we can do more on the outside. In order to do that, let's go by our nervous prisoner, who's an emotional wreck, and let's head down into the caves. So one of the things we can do here, in fact, I'm going to rest up first. Let's just make sure I rest. Great, I don't think I have anything I want to just redistribute. No, not for the moment. No. Okay, so what we're going to do is come into the caves here. If I came the other way, I would have got down to, let's say, we'd have come down here. You can talk to the fire slugs, thanks to one of the commenters. I did know about that. The only problem is that up here is the kind of royal slug, and every time I try and talk to him, I end up in a fight. I don't know if there's any way to get around it, so if you do know that, let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy but to actually cover that. But if you come down here normally, you can go up here through these vines, and you can get into the prison that way, rather than going through the teleport gloves route. However, in our case, because we're up here, we can maybe have this fight on our own terms. Is this the right area? Yes, it is. There's the slug. Royal Fire Slug. So, it's fire. And this being an RPG, that means that attacking it with fire is a bad idea. It'll heal it. And unfortunately, that's a problem for us. So what we actually need to do is attack it with water.
You hear that? Something's up ahead.
While my wizard isn't much use, aside from Fossil Strike, I suppose, but if that gets ignited, then we're in a bit of trouble. However, the summoners have more flexibility. They can deploy on top of this steam cloud. Steam obviously will give them a water infusion, which helps a great deal. So let's just change so the tank is first, or at least closer. And because we've come this way around the back, all the other fire slugs, which are down here all over the place, will need to go all the way around to actually get to us. So we'll get a time advantage, if you like.
The fiery slime creature looms imperiously over you and utters a questioning gurgle.
I don't understand what you're saying.
The slime beast's gurgling takes on a more agitated tone.
Point to my ear and shrug my shoulders. I don't understand.
The slime beast growls and lurches forward to attack.
Okay, so there's not much I can actually do there, although why? Oh yeah, you have attacked. Good. So what can we do? We're gonna basically drop our totems and our incarnates on the steam cloud. They will then get the ability to do different things. The incarnates will get the ability to cast restoration. The totems, well, not so much, but that's okay. I'm going to do that before this slug gets a chance to set everything on fire, because he will quite easily decide to go and set everything on fire, including this whole area. So we can cast Restoration, but we don't really have any need to at the moment. And this will quickly take off damage off this slug. And you can see it's dropped quite a bit once we stack some more summons if we can. Even more will drop off. So that's their physical armor and magical armor down. Immolation, okay, but we're burning. That was not great, but okay, we'll do what we can. And continue attacking the Royal Slug. See, it takes off huge amounts of magical armor. And I guess we can apply Restoration now. If they're in range, they're not in range. The person I can cast it on, I guess, is myself. Okay, so we got Teleport. Let's put you all the way over there. Okay, where's my staff? And the Fire Slug is down, which leaves a few others. And there's another one of my party down. And then we want to sort of heal up as much as we can. And head in to help. There we go, that Fire Slug's nearly dead already. And they just explode and cause us to burn every time we kill them. Unfortunately, I have not much option except to go with melee range. Let's just resurrect our friend. I wanted to resurrect. Can I not target that way? There we go. And buff. Fair enough. Oh, Wizard's always getting it. No, that's awful. Still no teleport. So what damage can we do? Yeah, it's all going to be basic attacks to get through the magical armor. Okay, there we go. And let's head out of the fire. And we're done. So now I just have to wait for all the fire to die down. In the meantime, we can just rest up. And now, if we're careful, we may be able to head over here for some loot. Charred corpse. So we get Fortify Scroll, knock down arrowhead. Okay, but not great. Let's just separate for a second, just so I can get in here, hopefully without burning to death. And the Royal Fire Slug, we get Sky Shot. Okay. And we get some boots with sneaking involved. Sounds good for our rogue characters. And the rest, I guess we're going to have to wait until the fire dies down, which it should do anytime. Yeah, there we go. So let's loot up. Nothing from you. Nothing from you. Head around and down. This is another way you can get down here. That's all the way from the top. This is back underneath where we met Yarrow and her father on the beach. Comes down here, so we can go that way if we want to. And head back up. There is another corpse here to actually loot. With some trousers, fire arrow, and some gold. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do now, I'm going to head into town, and I think it's time to get that collar off. As soon as you do this, bear in mind that all of the magisters will attack you on sight. So if you do it, well, be careful. What we can do, however, is manipulate things a little bit. We have the gloves of teleportation, so what I'm actually really doing at the moment is making a roundup of all the combat, which in turn means that we can get up to the next level. I want at least another level up before we head into the really difficult fights, so as much sort of secondary fights as possible, or XP if you like, for heading into rooms. Okay, there's Yarrow and her father on the beach. I'm going to head back this way into town. And we're going to head not by the... in fact, no, we are going to head by the fort because we're going to go over here. And we're going to get a bit sneaky here. Okay, so I'm going to go to where my gloves, my teleport. I'm going to go around here. I'm going to use teleport on the Red Prince and send him up there.
Ought to keep well out of sight of the
Now,
magisters.
normally the Red Prince could go over to the ladder and kick it down. However, I'm just going to be sneaky and I'm going to transfer the gloves. They're going to go over to the Red Prince, who's going to equip them. And he's going to bring everyone else up here as well. So teleport. And we just have to wait for that to cool down. I'm going to bring the other two up. We can head in here for some XP, and there is there's another door here. If you go through this door, there's a very, very hard fight in here. I'd advise you not to do that, or if you do, level up first. It's not so much the hardness, it's there's 3 mobs here, and then there's a couple more down here, and a third one coming in. So you've got to fight with like 6 different mobs in a very short space to actually do it, a small space to do it in. So I would avoid it for now. There we go, and just one more to go. What we're going to do is go over here, and then we're going to actually, no, I think I'm going to go back down. I'm going to send my main character back down because he's going to go and get his collar off. That's one of the main things I want to do first. They're going to aggro when we do this next bit anyway, so we may as well get our collar off. You go back down. I'm going to separate our main character from the rest. Who's going to go this way? It's safe at the moment to walk past here, but not in a minute. So what we're probably going to have to do is go back this way and then back through the centre of town.
She looks at you with wet eyes and manages a wink before returning to her work.
So are there any skill books I want from here? Dimensional Bolt, Conjuring Incarnate. I do actually want Farsight Infusion. And that is 285. What I think I'm going to do is bribe her. So I'm going to... How do I add gold again without actually doing any of this? Yeah, I just want to put in, let's say, 100 goldish. And accept. Yes, I'm sure I want nothing in return. So up goes my reputation. And hopefully down go the prices. Alright, that went from 285 to 228-ish. So that's 60 saving, and I want at least one of these books. So let's drop one in. She's not going to give me another one, maybe. Okay. It's probably worth me getting some of those other things, including the Net Resurrection Scrolls. Oh, wow, they're expensive, so I probably shouldn't use them as liberally as I have been. That's okay. We got a choice of a brass ring that I don't really need right now. It might be useful to get additional skill levels, but at the moment I want that Farsight Infusion, at least for one of the summoner characters. Can I sort by... Can I sort? I want to sort... There was the sorting thing. Oh, I guess not. Okay. I'll just pay for it outright for now. Oh. Yes, sorry. I will actually pay for it now. Thank you. And we will take the collar off.
Around the neck. What a privilege on me.
She manipulates the ring around your neck in several quick yet intricate motions. Off pops your collar, and a sense of relief swirls from deep within you.
You hear me now? You get out of this place. You keep fighting. You become the one. And you think of old Nibora when it's all over.
So our collar's off.
Dallas, you maniac.
Okay. With the collar off, I think what I'm going to do now is go this way. Head up into the top section. Down here, and we're going to go back to rejoin our group mates. And you are going to just teleport you up here. There's our wizard, incoming wizard. Great. And finally, what I'm going to do then is bring the wizard up, and then we can just regroup. That should do the job. I guess I can transfer that book now. So, of these two, I'm not quite sure. They're both pretty identical at the moment. Losa has more initiative, so she should end up going first, I would imagine. So let's give her the ability to use the Farsight Infusion. Losa. Learn skill. Farsight Infusion. There it is. So that will give your incarnate the ability to fire at range. It doesn't have to go and use melee anymore, which is so much better than melee, particularly as you can deploy them all over the battlefield. So you do want at least that one for every summoner that you have. Let's bring you up. Teleport. Okay, now everyone's up here and they need to rest. Now they're really not going to like us. As soon as we get over here, they're going to spot us, or spot our main character who no longer has a collar. So that means we're going to have to fight. However, because we've been sneaking, not put this ladder down, the only way they can get up is via that ladder, and they can't get there because this gate's locked. I don't know why they don't unlock it, but they don't seem to, so let's go this way. And let's just send the Red Prince. Can't really do all that much in this fight. In fact, he does get the Gloves of Teleportation, though, which is kind of fun. Yeah, because he can actually... Yeah, he can use that. That's okay. It just means he can do something. Hopefully. Let's give this a go, shall we? And get started. We want our summoners, one over here, and let's say one over here somewhere. Yeah, they don't like the fact we're up here. They really don't. Now, who's in the fight? Is my wizard not in the fight? Ha, now he is. Okay, so Los can deploy totems and Farsight Infusion. We don't have any ground surfaces yet, though. It's a bit unfortunate. I need more initiative maybe with my wizard to be able to establish those ground surfaces as soon as possible. However, what can we actually deploy? We can drop the totem anyway. I can hit him, or I can deploy my incarnate, which I will do. I'll drop the totem anyway. And that incarnate's in melee range, so I'm not going to worry about the buff on this round. Oh, I misclicked. One combat round gone. You see, these can't really get up here, and the dog certainly can't climb. So we're just going to drop our first round of totems. Now, if you get close to this edge, they will be able to shoot you, so that's something to keep in mind. And they're running away from this one and getting hit by this one. You can hit us with Ricochet, though, but it's not too much of an effect at the moment. Nail Bomb should cause bleeding. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But not too much damage. We're going to fortify, and hopefully we're going to be able to drop some fire surfaces down any second. Right, so yeah, we can. We can drop fire, let's say, there. Can I hit from there? I'm going to have to go a bit close to the edge, I think. Don't want to get too close, but otherwise... There we go. Everything's burning. I'm going to buff back up. And then it's time for this guy to do something. There's not much we can do. I don't want to teleport someone up here at the moment. We can do that. But I'd much rather deal with it with maybe grabbing... Why can't you be teleported? Oh, it's fortified, that's why. Okay, we're going to teleport you back up there. Say hello to my incarnate. Can't really do much else, so let's just fortify up.
Prepare yourself.
And we can act as a target for the archers if needed. Now that we have a burning surface, the next turn I think we're going to go and, well, just deploy lots of fire. Okay, so now we should get some options. Let's drop the fire in. We can't really use that Farsight infusion again, it doesn't matter. We can wait for the next turn. It's a fairly lengthy fight, so we can actually afford to wait for that. I will use you. We get high ground, so we get the damage boost. Ah, crippled. Okay, so you can actually see us from there. That's not great. Fine. Let's just return the favour by poisoning you. Blocked by magic armour? You don't have any magical armour. Yeah, I think we got a firestorm grenade. Yeah, we can just throw that all the way over. Which causes explosion combination with poison. And turn. And now we're going to get another fire totem. Path is interrupted, so we need to be close enough to the edge to be able to use that. Flash sacrifice, I guess. No, I'm not going to use it now. And I'm probably going to skip forward through this fight because it largely there's not much else they can actually do at this point. It's a pretty good way of using the game mechanics. And we've leveled up while we're still in the fight. So let's carry on with the fight and I'll skip you forward until we're close to the end. And here join us for the end of the fight. There's only Magister Boris left. And we've already got this guy in, so it shouldn't take very long at all before, well, he's left out in the cold, or the hot in this case. I don't think we can hit, no, I think we're short. Nothing much we can do, we've just got a wall in the way. But we've got visibility all the way over here, and these are going to take this guy out in about now. And up we go, 800 XP, we leveled up during that fight, of course. And now we need to get in there. So, easiest way to do this is just use teleport, and we're going to teleport from our mage down here. And then we can go and loot for one. However, they have the key, if I remember correctly, so let's just pop up here to a few charred remains. They have a Magister's key. Have a large divine order key, some plates, only 45 gold, and then we can go and yeah, find some more loot on these guys that we've. There's another large divine order key. So what you can actually do now is go in here, click on this, keep an eye out. There's a patrolling guard. You don't want to actually get too far out of the way. And we've opened this main gate now. So we've done 2 sections of the fort in this episode. Next episode, we're going to head up here, and we're going to encounter an entirely new character who's going to pop in and try and help us over there. If we head in here, however, it's the bottom level of the fort. Remember when I said there's an upper level up here where they're really hard fighters? Well, you can go down the bottom level as well, and that's also where that door in the prison actually leads. There's the patrolling guard. And he's actually quite an easy fight, but we're going to save him for next episode, I think. And the cat's still alive, more to the point. Let's just level up before I close off the episode. I think I'm going to take a little bit more intelligence, a little bit more wits. In this case, I'm going to continue down the pyrokinetic route. With the Red Prince, I'm going to get maybe a level of Hydrosophist. It'd be nice if he's able to heal some other people. Otherwise, no, we're just going to increase the Constitution. Much more health. And in the case of the Summoners, well, I think we're going to go up to 16 wits in both of them. And in this, we're just going to take Summoning. There is just no substitute for higher Summoning. Alright, so we're leveled up. We've done a good section of combat. I've cut out some of it because otherwise it will be literally 20 minutes of combat per time. So I've got to have to cut that down a little bit. Otherwise, these episodes are going to be far too long. But in the next episode, we're going to head into the fort area itself, fight our way through here. Maybe be able to get out of the fort that way and then around, and we've pretty much completed the outside, and the only thing left will be in here, and I guess that may be optional. We'll see, or once we've gone through a few things, whether we want to do that or not. Otherwise, of course, you can do the rest of the quests in the fort, but remember, as you're going around, if you see a magister sees you, they're going to attack you because you don't have a collar. Alright, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Otherwise, subscribe, of course, as normal, and we'll see you next episode. And yeah, look forward to seeing your comments. Thanks for watching.